Yo, guess what time it is, you guys? It is tea time, and welcome to my first review of the TV series of Daredevil Born Again Season 2, Episode 1, man. This is my fresh review of the episode. I just got done watching the episode yesterday. Normally, if you've been watching my reviews, I normally be like behind my chair at my house doing these reviews, but probably for a while I'm going to be doing them just like this because I work and I got time while I'm working to do this. So let's talk about it, man. And sorry if there's echo in my recording because the area I'm at, my voice is gonna have an echo. So just bear with me. I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can to bring the views to you guys. But let's talk about it though. I really enjoyed the first episode of season 2. It's like they're kind of going back to how things was. What I mean by that is like they're going back to like what made everybody love Daredevil before Born Again, and they're still implementing the stuff from Born Again season 1 into it and combining it because it's a great start to the season 2. Great start, like how it started to how it finished it. Some things, if I could remember off the top of my head, that I didn't care for, that was like when the camera wasn't on Matt Murdock and Karen and Fisk. Those things I didn't really care for, but it was interesting to see them still. And I know like this episode is like a setup. This episode, of course, is a setup. Is episode 1, so this is really nothing but just a setup episode, setting things up that's gonna like play throughout the rest of the season. But Charlie Cox is doing his thing still, and off the top of my head, I don't remember all the other actors' names, so I do apologize about that. But he's doing his thing as Matt, Daredevil, Wilson Fisk, Karen, even like the new people that came into Born Again. The young lady that's playing BB, BB's friend that's working for Fisk. I think his name is David in the show. David, Matt's guy on the inside who used to be an ex-police officer. It was just a lot of stuff that I enjoyed about this episode. Choreography of the fighting, great. How they like use Daredevil's powers, his sense of hearing and everything, great. They even brought in Matthew. I might butcher his last name. Matthew Leonard, if I pronounced it right. He's in here, and if you guys don't know who that is, like he's played in a lot of movies, but like most of the movies that I remember him for is the Scream 1, the Scooby-Doo franchise, live action, man. Like those are the ones that I remember him off the top of my head. Like those 2 movies, well, 3 technically, because there was Scooby-Doo 1, Scooby-Doo 2, and then Scream 1. And then he came back for Scream 7. So hey, like it was so good seeing him in this episode 1. As far as like the plot that's going on with it, like me, when I do these reviews, I normally break down what I remember from the episode, tell you what I liked about it, what I didn't like, just let you know what all was going on, and then I give you my rating normally at the end of my review. Actually, no, I give you my rating before I go into like my breakdown of the episode. Honestly, I'm gonna give it a 9. Episode 1, a 9 out of 10. I'm telling you guys, I do recommend you guys go and watch this. But I also gotta say, man, if you're going to watch it, please go back and watch Daredevil from the beginning if you haven't. I'm not talking about season 1 Born Again. Go back. Go back when it was just called Daredevil. Watch them seasons, then watch Born Again. Because a lot of stuff is still ties into everything. They mention people that's not even on the show anymore that passed away. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, when I go through the breakdown review. But there's some people that's there no more. They mentioned 2 people. They mentioned 2 people that died. One died last season, and the other one died before Born Again, like the original Daredevil. So a lot of people gonna be like, "Who is that?" I don't know. They expect you to watch these things, man. I will tell you, Punisher's not in this. as of this episode, we don't know if he's gonna make a surprise appearance, because if you remember the ending to season 1, he was locked up by Fisk, but I guess like at the very end, I think he got away basically. So don't know if he's gonna make an appearance here or not, but if he does, it'll be nice. It'll be nice. But yeah, I give it a 9. I can honestly say the only reason I would not give it a straight 10 out of 10, because like I said, some things I really didn't care for. Like they might matter later in the season, but right now I really didn't care for it. Best way I could break it down is like there was like some parts where Matt's, I guess, love interest before he got back with Karen, she's a therapist, but I think she's still a therapist, but she's working for Fisk now. I'll explain that in the breakdown episode. And she's having a conversation with this guy. His vigilante name is Swordfish. So I really don't remember that much about him. I barely didn't even care about him in season 1. So I don't know. I don't care for him. There was a moment with Matt's old friend when he was still doing his lawyer stuff, because right now he's not a lawyer. He's not doing the lawyer thing no more. He's on the run. I'm gonna explain that also. He is on the run, but his friend's talking about how she wants to know where he's at. She's missing him, and this other I guess lawyer attorney guy that's working for Fisk is trying to get her to come to his side, and she's like basically, fuck you. No, she was like, all due respect, fuck you. I'm like, I would have said the same thing. But yeah, I didn't really care for that. I was gonna say I didn't care that much for Matt's police friend that's like an ex-officer, but then something happened with him at the end of the season. I'm like, damn, I didn't want it to play out that way. I mean, I'm gonna just say this is a review, so it's like he might have died. I don't know. I'm gonna talk more about that in the breakdown, but I hope he didn't die. And then we had a surprise person stepping in at the end of, well, I want to say step in, but you know it's him at the end of episode 1. So yeah, it kind of made up for all that. But like I said, those things are like some of the things that I just didn't really care for when it came to this episode. So that's why I'm giving it like a 9 out of 10 and not a 10 out of 10. But besides that, it's great. Go watch it. I really recommend it. But I'm gonna go ahead and like end that part of the review. So if you don't want like no real spoilers when I decide to go into like the breakdown of the episode, then this is where you click off at. I'm gonna try to do this for every episode that comes out. So expect the next one sometime next week when they drop episode 2. And if you guys have seen it already, then stick around because we're gonna talk more about the episode. But for everybody else, stay blessed, stay safe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. So, with that being said, let's break it down. Starts off, Northern. I think the episode is called Northern Lights or Northern something. Basically, it's a ship. They're on the ship, boat, whatever you want to call it. Daredevil's on there. He's basically trying to figure out what Fisk is doing, because right now Fisk, he's mayor. He's mayor of New York, controlling it. He got to do in curfew hours. He got to rule a law against vigilantes. His task force is on the street, and they are just doing whatever they want. It's martial law basically. And Matt's in hiding. He can't be a lawyer no more because Fisk knows his identity. So they're trying to find him and Daredevil at the same time. They know that Karen is working with him. We even see Karen training to fight like Matt did. I guess Matt's teaching her, so there's that. So these two are on the run. They can't be on the open like that. Like Karen, she's over here wearing wigs every time she step outside and stuff. So like the only people that I know, I'm not gonna say know where they at, but the only people I know about them is Matt's police friend and whoever else is Karen's people on the inside. I think she said BB, who's also working for Frisk. She's basically the person who like does like the, I'm not gonna say news, but I forgot the word of it. She like goes around talking to people like, oh, what you think about Fisk? How you think he likes going on X, Y, and Z? And they tell her, and she makes videos. But what Fisk does not know is that she's also working against him. giving information to Karen and letting her know what Fisk got going on so they can make videos on the side that can basically ruin Fisk's reputation. That's what this whole thing is. Matt wants to ruin Fisk's reputation so bad that the law can take over. Like, he's still like, we're gonna do this the right way. We're gonna let the justice serve. I'm like, bro, you gonna go and kill this? No. But anyway, so Daredevil's on the boat trying to figure out what Fisk got going on with this boat. Beats up a few guys, loving it. He's still daily. Like, you see people arms breaking, him against the jaw with his I guess you want to call it baton or whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call it. But he doing his thing, and I guess he finds guns. I believe that's what he told Karen when he got back to their hideout. But the captain and the co-captain of the ship got away because they found out that Daredevil was on the ship. So they was like, we gotta do what they said, destroy the ship and get up out of there. Well, they didn't say get up out of there, but destroy the ship. I guess Fisk was expecting them to go down with the ship also, but they didn't. They got out of there. And they kind of show Daredevil's sense of hearing. Like, it's so good. Like, he heard one of the guards that he knocked out's watch is ticking. So he took the watch off, put it inside the box, and when the ship went over and went to land, he was able to hear where the ticking was at to get the box and to see what it was. Like, that was cool. That was cool. But then we see him go back to Karen. Karen's practicing her fighting style, and he's basically breaking down what happened. Like, yeah, he's smuggling guns to the city, and as soon as we could like find a way to prove it that he's doing it, ruin his name, get him out of office, and basically destroy him. But Fisk already had counter plans for that. Found out about the ship sinking, so he had his people basically take care of it and like make finding Karen and Daredevil and Matt, basically Daredevil / Matt, Karen, a high priority and everything. So cool. So yeah, you know, Matt and Karen are bummed about that, but Matt is like, we gotta keep fighting, we gotta keep going, and we gotta find the captain and the co-captain, because they're the ones that got away. And so did Fisk. Fisk found out that the captain, the co-captain, basically got away too, so he gotta find them also. So it's a race to find these two people that could potentially help Matt and hinder Fisk, basically. So after that, I guess that the government, whoever's above Fisk's power, come in trying to tell Fisk that he has basically too much power. You can't be doing all this. And that's when Matthew steps in. I don't remember his name on the show, but he steps in and he works for somebody that's also over Fisk and over them. And they call them, and I guess Matt's people called them on the phone talking about something. You're good, Fisk. You're all right. We'll let you do your thing. And they leave out. And then they show later that Fisk, Mrs. Fisk don't like her. Mrs. Fisk and Matt are having to sit down talking about the ship, because I guess he knows about the ship, or his people are working with Fisk or using Fisk, whatever. And he's basically saying like, okay, cool. So whoever you basically sent to go clean up the mess on that ship, you gotta kill him. Okay? We can't have nobody knowing about nothing. So they have to die. Okay? And Fisk is kind of like, there's no good people. And Matt's like, I don't care. They ain't my people. You gotta kill them. You gotta do something with them. Or I could send a team to do it. And Fisk is like, okay, well, is this gonna come back to us? He was like, no come back. I was like, okay, cool. We can do it. We can work with that. So apparently whoever is above Fisk, whoever Matthew is working with, I'm curious and want to find out who it is. But fast forward some more, Fisk's task force end up finding the captain of the boat and beats him, takes to the hideout to see if they can get him to talk about where the co-captain is. He doesn't talk, basically, so they kill him. They didn't get much out of him, basically. With all that's going on, Karen is like using, I think she's using BB to get more information about what's going on with that. So I think BB was the one that basically got her the information about the captain and co-captain, because she asked her friend David, who is I think he's like under Fisk, I think, because the Fisk put him in that position. And there's like some kind of like, not even love, like interest with both of them. So he's telling her everything, not knowing that she's working for Karen. So she's going back and telling Karen everything, which then Karen has some people that she knows that I guess work on the inside for like the I don't know, the news or maybe for some other organization that basically gives her information about the captain and the co-captain, which then she gives to Matt. And then Matt goes to the restaurant where the captain was hiding before they took him, and he has to sit down with the owner of the restaurant, saying that he's trying to help. They thought Matt was dead, but he's not. But he said he's trying to help. You could tell where the co-captain is. We could try to find some way to help him and help us. So they basically agreed on that, and everything, whatever. While that's going on, Karen and BB are having like a moment with each other because Karen still feels bad about BB's father. For if you remember, in season, it was either towards the end of season 1, beginning of season 2, I believe, or at the end of season 2, her father was kind of Karen's boss when she was working for, when she was a journalist, I guess, whatever. He got too deep into Fisk's business, and Fisk had him killed. And I don't think his daughter knew, so Karen told him, like, yeah, your father was basically protecting me. And with him protecting me, got him killed. So now she knows that it was basically Fisk that did it. And Karen was like, if you're going to be in this work, I really don't want you to be in this work. And we owe it to the people that lost their lives to make sure it doesn't happen to us. So she's kind of telling her, like, be careful if you're going to do this with us. And I really feel like that BB's going to end up getting caught. I hope she don't die, but she going to get caught. I'm going to tell you, this is what I think about how everything going to play out. BB might get caught. She might die. David might fuck up and be killed by Fisk or something like that. That's what I think about that. I also forgot to mention Karen and Matt brought up Foggy. So again, if you have not seen season 1, Foggy got killed by Bullseye. Like, first episode, gone. We out of there. So, you know, they're still missing Foggy. Like, I miss him too. We all miss Foggy. Foggy was like when the camera's not focused on Matt, it's focused on something Foggy is doing. And that makes you just be fine with the episode. Even if it's not like a 9 or 8 or a 7, it's going to make you enjoy the episode to at least above like a 5 or a 6, 6.5. That's what Foggy was. I liked his character. His character had great growth, great moments, great connection with Matt, obviously his best friend. But even not Matt, like Foggy had great connections with everybody to me that he had a moment with on the show when he was there. So I do miss Foggy. Another side thing that's going on, like I said, Matt's old girlfriend who's working for Fisk, who's a therapist, talking to Swordfish. That's his vigilante name, and Fisk has a thing about vigilantes that he wants to lock up permanently. So she's basically giving him a psych eval to see where his head's at, but really it's more like just trying to dig him a deeper grave to have him locked up forever. And she's constantly having like these, I guess you could call it PTSD, because if you remember from last season, she got into it with Muse, the guy that was obsessed with her, because he was a patient of hers. And she found out that he was Muse and he almost killed her and everything. So every now and then she's like seeing him like clear as day. And it's almost like she's having like almost like a panic attack or something like that. So she might end up going vigilante herself because of what happened with her and Muse. Like we don't know. But that's going on also. And like I said, what else is going on? While that's going on, Matt's old detective friend, he basically is talking with Matt's old friend about where Matt at, and he knows where Matt is at, but he's not telling her. He's just telling her like to just stay calm, stay positive. As you guys, I had to stop the video and do it again because I think I messed up. I think I said rival detective, rival attorney. My bad. But yeah, that's when the rival attorney comes and he's basically talking to Matt's friend about trying to get her to come to his side, Fisk's side, and she, like I said, she's like, respectfully, fuck you. No, she's not doing that. She'd rather stay here and fight for the little people. I like her about that. But then Matt sends his police friend, ex-officer friend, a message. It was a yes or no question mark, and not question mark. It was a yes or no question. I don't remember what it said, but it was almost like a checkup thing, like basically, are you good type of question. He was like yes, and they told him to meet him here X, Y, and Z. So they met up to basically talk about everything that's been going on and how he needs his help to basically find the two captain and co-captain people basically. So he agrees, to help him look into it and everything, yada yada yada. That's good stuff. So then this is where we get towards the end of the episode. So at the end of the episode, police buddy doing his research, trying to find everything, to knock on his door. It's the task force people that's for Fisk. He already knows this. So he was like, open the door. He was like, need a warrant. He was like, let's not do this. He was like, nah, we gonna have to do this. But before we do that, Matt sends him a text message, a yes or no. And he says, no. I think that was his cue to Matt, like, I'm in trouble, basically, because they break in his house, they start beating him up, asking him questions about Matt and Karen and everything, because I guess they found out that he knows something about it. And then Daredevil swings in and starts beating them, left and right, doing his thing. But then here's the crazy part. His friend starts having a heart attack, like, right, because they got done beating him and everything, and that kind of messes up Daredevil / Matt in for a moment, because it makes him have flashbacks to when he was hearing Foggy's heart slowly stop beating. So that kind of threw him off, and the guys got up and started beating on him like So then he falls to the ground, right? Removes his mask, and like, holy shit, Daredevil's Matt Murdock. I'm thinking like, oh, they gotta die. They gotta die or something. And guess what? Through the window, knives come. Killing those guys. Daredevil falls to the floor. His buddy falls to the floor. A knife comes right next to Matt's face, and it says, "You're welcome." With a bullseye mark on it. Bullseye is back, y'all. Bullseye just helped your boy. And the episode ends. That was like a great way. The episode started out great and it ended great. That's why I gave it a 9 out of 10, man. But with all that being said, you guys, that is my review of Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Once again, 9 out of 10. Go check it out, man. When the next episode drop, I will watch it, and I will try to drop another review for the second episode. I want to be able to do all the episodes, drop them all, give you guys my opinion on them all the way up to the end. And then when the Punisher drops, because I think the Punisher is supposed to drop right after that, I will be doing a review of that also. But tell me what you guys thought about the episode if you watched it. Tell me what you expect from it. If you didn't watch it, what do you expect from this season as a whole? Because if rumor is correct, I think they have been confirmed for season 3. So what are you expecting in season 3? Me personally, I feel like Fisk is not going to be mayor no more by the end of all this. And it's probably going to be like a full scale, I feel like it might be like season 3 might be like some type of war thing where like Fisk goes underground, like full Kingpin mode, like he has to go underground to basically rebuild himself up as the Kingpin once again. But this time, Kingpin, not Mayor Fisk, none of that. He's going to be straight Kingpin. I think that's what's going to happen in season 3 probably. I wonder if they're going to kill off Paige. Because in the comics, there is a version that she does die. So I wonder if they're going to do that. But if they do that, it's not going to be no time soon, probably if they do want to kill her off, it'll be like towards the end of the season. Who am I expecting to probably die next? Maybe Swordfish. I see him probably dying next, and why he got him locked up. Maybe the attorney dude that's trying to keep Swordfish locked up. It might, I don't know. Right now, it's up in the air for anybody besides Daredevil and Karen. Besides anybody else is up for right now. Probably not BB or David. Not them. Obviously not Fisk's wife. Obviously not Bullseye. Yeah. As always, you guys, depending on when you're viewing this, I hope you're having a good morning, good afternoon, or a good night. Thanks for your time with Tea Time, and I'll see you guys on the next review I do for the channel. Peace.